Hi there, I'm Karen McCarthy and it's time to Karen-ize. Today is Friday, that's when we do crafting. I call it my emotional health outlet. And today I want to do the latest Magnolia Craft Club project. If you don't know what these are, every month that you are enrolled in the program, you get an exclusive kit that's not available as a kit on the website except for club members, and it's $22.99 plus shipping and tax. And they are always really cool, and you get everything you need for a project. So it's also a great way if you're thinking, I might want to do something like that, and join and get my product and stuff, but I'm not sure if I would really do it. So you get everything that you need, and you can try it out and see what you think. So I get it every month just because I think they're really cool. So I'm going to open it up and I will show you. First thing is a little package that has the paste that you need and the little squeegee, and I'll be showing you how to use these. And then I've got the box that has the surface in it, which I'll show you in a minute. It's late at night, so pardon me if I can't talk. And then you get the transfer. This one's called Love Brings Us Home. I think it's really cute. And the last thing are directions, and I'll show you down there. That's how they do the project. And of course you can add different embellishments if you want. The only thing that you don't get in this kit, it looks like, time to make your bow. Let me see, maybe it's in the box with the, either that or I'm just missing something and I can let them know. Oh, let me get this out. Oh yeah, it's in here. All right, so here is a little, whoa. Much easier when you can take this off and do the chalking and then just glue it on here. I don't know if that's what it was supposed to do, but I kind of like, if this came not actually put together like it should be, I like it this way because it's much easier to stencil this way. So anyway, and then you get some jute twine, some little beads, and the ribbon. So you get everything that you need, which is cool. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down and you can see the project as it goes. Let me push some of this stuff back. I just did a haul video, so I've got stuff still sitting here. Because if I try to put it all away upstairs, I'll wake my husband up. Okay, so let me get this. I'm going to get a wipe and just kind of wipe that off. It looks like it just got a little smudges on it. So I'm just going to just wipe it off real quick. They're really good about if you get something, like I had one transfer that I got that it didn't have enough sticky on it to use more than once, and they were great about sending me another one. So if you do get something like this and it doesn't come, I think that's just I think it was actually supposed to be glued here, and what I'm seeing around here is just the remnants of the glue that didn't stick for whatever reason. Okay, let that dry for a little bit while I get everything. Now, I am not going to use the paste packet because I have a jar of paste, and so I'm just going to save this. And then if I ever have someone that wants a little kit from me to take home, I'll have the paste packet for them. And you can always, have fun with those. Okay, so, oh, just a second. I got one more thing that I need to grab. I'm terrible about thinking I'm totally set up and then realizing that I've got something on the other side of my little crafting area. So I'm going to take a little stir stick and just stir this paste up. Just make sure that there's no air bubbles in it. It's supposed to be kind of almost like a thick cake batter or yogurt or something like that consistency. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. If it starts to get a little bit thicker than that, you can just spritz some distilled water on it, or if you're really careful, drop a few drops. I don't like pouring because I pour too much. And just get it to the right consistency, because it is chalk paste rather than paint, so it can dry out. All right, so that's a wonderful consistency. So I got that ready. And then I need a little cloth to fuzz it on. I'm just going to use this. Make sure it doesn't have stuff on it. We have fuzzing cloths. I just don't have one real handy, but this was handy. The reason you do that is these come self-sticking, and you want to use them several times, so they're pretty sticky at the beginning. And you just get a little bit of lint on the back, and then it doesn't stick to the surface too much, so it's not hard to pull up. And if you're on a painted surface, that helps it not pull up any paint. So I am just, first of all, going to get a marker and write on here, what does it say? Love brings us home. Do that for 2 reasons. I can't talk and write, so brings us home. One is, a lot of times, we've got these transfers, we can use them for multiple projects. So I take different pieces from different transfers or transfer sets and sometimes create my own design. And sometimes the backings are fairly similar in size. So this just, you know exactly which one goes here. It also means most of the time, if I'm paying attention, that when I take this, when I'm done and I take this to the sink, I wash it off and I let it dry upside down with the sticky side up. And then I will make sure that I'm putting it back on this glossy side instead of this side. Although if I'm not paying attention, I'll do that and go, oh no. But it does help prevent that. So I'm such an airhead sometimes that it doesn't always work. So, and I've done this enough times that I can tell by the sound and how it feels when it's coming up. I'm only going to need to have to do this one maybe 3 times. And I'm going to put this back over here. And one thing about doing it like this is you want to make sure. So I'm going to put this on, then I'm going to put the frame back around it and make sure that I've got everything showing like I want it to. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. All right, then I'm just going to smooth out any air bubbles. Make sure that the adhesive part is stuck to the surface. That keeps it from getting a lot of bleed through. And then super simple, you're going to look like you are talented and you don't have to be. So I'm just going to get some on my squeegee. I'm going to dot it around. I could possibly make another one of these in different colors, but right now I'm just doing the black and white that comes with the kit. And I do have a black and white area in the corner of my dining area. It was just a little kind of ugly table that I got at a garage sale. Painted it white, and then I did like kind of a buffalo plaid transfer on it, and I did black. So I have a black and white corner that I put stuff on, so this will be cute there. Then I hold this almost perpendicular. I just run this through until that black from the surface is not showing anymore. So if you're doing it on a red surface, you don't want any red showing through and so on. And I'm just going to be kind of careful here. I'm not quite sure. That must be like the edge of the roof or something it's supposed to be. I'm gonna get a little bit more. I'm just gonna work it through. You wanna work, you don't have to race, but you don't wanna take your time and do it really slowly, because when that chalk paste starts to dry, and it doesn't take long, it will start to peel it up with the transfer if it's too dry. So you wanna work fairly quickly. If you're using a shimmer or a metallic type paste, they take a little longer to dry. You've got a little more working time. Okay, make sure I got all the edges. And then I'm just going to scrape off any extra, put it right back in the jar. And I'm going to grab this like from the center as much as possible so I don't stretch the transfer, and pull it off. And that's how easy it is. Let me just stick this to my table over here. I'll wash it in a little bit. Look how easy that is. So fast. I mean, if I'm not talking and explaining things, it would take 2 minutes maybe to do this. All right, I'm gonna move. Yes, I have no place to put things. Yeah, right here. I'll put these here because I don't wanna walk over to the sink right now. I'm just going to close this up. Normally I would spritz a little distilled water in there to keep it from drying out, but my spritzer is on the other side of the room, so I'll do that later. And then I do not have my glue gun heated up, so I'm going to heat my glue gun up, wait till this is totally dry, which is a few minutes, and I'll be right back and we'll finish the project. Okay, I'm back. I've got the back glued on. I just used a tiny bit of hot glue, making sure it wasn't seeping out through the sides here. All right, so then the next directions say to use approximately 6 inches of jute string. So let me grab the jute string out. Whoops. Get the jute string and the beads. About 6 inches. Let's see, here we go. Okay. Tie a knot at one end and thread on 2 beads. I've got tape all over me from somewhere. All over me, huh? Okay, put the 2 beads on. Oh, make your knot first, Karen. I want to make it, it's kind of not a huge hole on the jute string, or the bead, but big enough that I think I just messed this up. I'm making this look more difficult, but it's my fingernails that are making it a little hard. All right, let's see if that's big enough to... Let me get my glue gun, put a little bit of hot glue here, so it will thread easier. There we go. Alrighty. Get the glue off my finger. Nope, not big enough. All right, so I'm gonna do a big one down at this end because I'm too close to the end at this side. Sorry, I kind of spaced out. Forgot to keep talking. Do one more. All right, let's see if that works now. I'm probably not going to be able to slide it through very easily because of that knot. Okay, we'll get something over here and push it through. What do I have? Nothing, absolutely nothing right here. Oh, there we go. Can use this little stylus. There we go. Okay, and I'll string another one on there. That one went through easier. Okay, so there's one ready. Let's do another one. I don't know if I can do it like, there we go. Wrap it around my finger a couple of times, it'll help. Oops, it went all the way down to the end. That's not gonna work because it was too little. All right, I'm just gonna do it the other way. It's not working for me to wrap it around 3 times. I don't know why. So we're just gonna do it this way. Okay. Where'd my other beads go? Here they are. And one more. You can join the club and get this transfer through the end of the month. This is April 2023, in case you're watching it much later. So if you really like this and you would like it, I will put my link in the description box, or the description below the video, and you can go on there and just look for Craft Club and you can enroll. Okay, so we're going to put those aside for right now. Then what they're doing, I don't know if you can see, they're doing what we call a messy bow. I can't, unfortunately, I cannot see my phone. I think I'm showing it to you. It's at such a strange angle. I can't seem to find a way that works better. Okay, so it says, time to cut your bow. Cut your ribbon into strips and lay them down in an alternating pattern before securing with jute for the desired look. Fluff and spread as needed. I think they have some other ribbon in there. Let me see if I've got any real close here. I don't think so. I was gonna see if I had any muslin ribbon close. So I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna measure this and then I'll see how long it is. So it's about 18 inches. So I'm going to cut, I don't think 6-inch strips are gonna be too big. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut into probably, what is this? 3.5-inch strips. We'll see how that looks. Just measure them out roughly. Whoops. Oh, I made that one a bit smaller, so I'm gonna put that one on the top. Okay, so if you haven't made a messy bow before, you just crisscross them like this. And sometimes I use, what do you call, not a bungee. Oh, a zip tie. It works really well. But I'm just gonna use the jute string. And you just pull it tight and knot it. And I'm doing that on the back. Oh, I'm thinking I should have maybe done a couple of these for the other direction to give it a little bit of, I think I will. I'm gonna cut that apart just to give, usually when you do a messy bow, you do it several different kinds of ribbon. In fact, I'm gonna shut this off. I'm gonna go get a couple of other pieces of ribbon and make it a little more interesting, so I'll be right back. Okay, I grabbed a couple of other things. I don't know if this one's going to work. I got this, what do they call it? Mesh ribbon from Dollar Tree. I have not used it before, so I'm not sure because I'm gonna need to cut it lengthwise to make it narrower. So we'll see. We'll see if it has enough substance to it that it stays put or doesn't just completely fray out. So I'm just cutting a strip the right length and then folding it in half. Yeah, it'll work. Okay, and then I thought I would try some of this. Since it's a black and white theme inside, we'll just do a little bit, just a couple of each. Something sticky. And I am going to notch the edges. So I'm just going to fold it over and just cut up so that the edges are notched. I think there's another word for it when you're talking about a ribbon, but I can't remember what it is, so. You want to make sure you go the same direction on both ends. So let's go ahead and just do that on all of these. So I'm going from the loose edge, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know, up towards the center of the fold. Just making sure I do that every time, and then the notches will all be going the same direction. So I would love to know where you're from, what kind of crafting you like to do. If you have ever done any of the self-sticking, I'm having a brain warp. Silkscreen transfers. Oh my goodness. I think I forgot to mention that the transfers are silkscreen, so you just can get so much more dimension and everything than with a traditional stencil that just has, you know, just the opening. Because a lot of the transfers will have distress marks and all kinds of things in them that just give it so much more interest that you can't get with, you know, the old kind of stencils that I always used. Plus, the self-sticking really makes it cut down on the bleed through and things like that. I used to be so frustrated. I think it was going to look so cool. I'd pull it up and it'd be just totally messed up. Okay, I just want to get that just right. I've just got a couple more to go. These, I don't know. I'm going to do that too. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting these down. Then I'm going to put a couple of these. A couple of these. And then more of these on top. I'm going to just get rid of that little one. Okay. Now get some of my jute. Oh, here's another piece over here. Let's use that. You want to pull really tight so that it really brings that center part in. Trying to keep it tight. This is when I need a third hand. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this short. And then you just kind of just fluff it around. And, you know, I pulled it really tight on this side. It looks great, but on this side it doesn't. So I'm wondering if I need to tie it in the front and then I'll just put a flower on it or something. This fabric is just a little stiffer than a lot of ribbons, so it's not pulling in as tight. So let's see if I do it this way, if that will help. Oh, might as well cut that off. Okay. Now it's very short. My long fingernails are getting in the way. But aren't they pretty? Yeah. Yeah, I need it longer. I can't grab it. I have plenty of Dollar Tree twine, so if I don't have enough here, I can always grab my Dollar Tree stash. How many of you like Dollar Tree? You know, we don't have a whole lot of shopping availability where I live. That's less than maybe 2 hours away. And so the one town that I do have, there is really no other place. I mean, you can buy a few crafting things at Joann's, but they don't really have a ton in that area. And I didn't get it tight enough. Darn it. What is my problem? Here's where I should cut this out of the video, but I don't because I want you to see what not to do. I'm probably going to definitely have to get my stash. I thought I had it tight, but it wasn't as tight as I thought. Okay, so anyway, Dollar Tree is about the only place we have to buy crafting supplies locally. So that's one of my favorite places. There we go. That's much better. Hold it. See, it's that last little bit that I mess up. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold it with my teeth. That's the only way I can get it. So I'm gonna undo this and maybe not. Maybe I can get it. I don't know. There. Okay, that did it. All right, so I will cut that short. And then I just kind of fluff it around till it looks the way I want it to. Or as close as I can get it to what I want it to do. And when I do my final picture, I will have a flower on it, but I don't really want to start the video and stop again, and I don't know if I can find what I'm looking for really quickly. So the last thing you do is take your jute string and just wrap it around quite a few times. And I want to make sure that it's up so it's not going to be covering the words. Oh yeah, they gave plenty of string. I think that's probably enough. And I'm just going to tie it right here. I'll go over here so I have something to press my finger on. Hopefully my face isn't in the frame because I probably have my tongue out like a, you know, a top preschooler. They always do things with their tongue sticking out. I probably have that right now. Okay. And then I'm just going to trim that. If I had an extra set of hands, I probably would have gotten that a little bit tighter, but I think it's going to be just fine. And then what we do is just put some glue. You can either put it on the bow or on the frame. Glue that on. Let it sit for a minute. And then take your little, these are going to be like the, yeah, I'm having trouble with the words. You know the part of the ribbon that hangs down, the tail. They're going to be like our ribbon's tail. And we're just going to glue that up under there. And glue the other one to the other side. And that's it. And if you're not klutzy or I don't have long fingernails, you would have got it done a lot faster than I did. So there it is. It's cute like it is, but I think I'm going to see if I can find just a little flower to put there or something, just to cover up where I tied that together. So cute. Thanks for watching. And like I said, I will have the website in the description so that if you would like to go get a kit of your own, and you can join and cancel at any time. So it's not like you're stuck with, wait, actually, I think you have to commit to 2 or 3 months. It's been a while since I've looked at it. So sorry I don't have the full details, but it will be there on the web page. So, okay, I will talk to you later, and thanks for watching. Okay, I wanted to show you real quick what it looks like with the flower on it. I just bringing that forward here. These are little flowers that I got from Temu. I had some other cool ones that I really liked, but they were just a little bit too big. They stuck out too far, so I decided to use this one instead. So there's the finished product. And before I forget, I want to thank my subscribers and people who make comments and give me these. That really helps the channel, and I so appreciate it. So if you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would join our little group. And we're growing a little bit more all the time. We're still a baby channel, but ow, sliver, owie. Anyway, we are growing, and I so appreciate your support. So have a great one, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.